eyes are on Jameson Williams. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Lions and the Rams, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way. Prepares really well each and every time now. And he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Second down throw coming by Willis. That'll be caught by Cup. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now Willis to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the wall. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Steps away. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Malik Willis punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Malik Willis who took it in himself to cap things off. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Run play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty. Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. Said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play. And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive. And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. It's a gain of 34. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play.
First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Willis will look to pass again here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions at 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing again is Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And over the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, Fields. That's caught inside the 20.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Watkins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Willis's throw into the hands of Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. On first down, Willis. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action with Willis. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Willis to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down now with that clock rolling. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get into him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
On play action, Fields. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors run around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage. The whole deal, and let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't see that there. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Daxton Hill puts it off. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Fields. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. To throw is Fields. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the gun, here's Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Fields. This is caught. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came.
Back now at Ford Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Willis. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position...
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we're that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. On second down, Stamper. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Fields sliding out of the pocket. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields into the hands of Williams across the formation. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Fields. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. to put on the baseball cap and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained him.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Lions will take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't offer him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And the lopsided affair finally coming to an end.